saying this is game.
Alright, then let's find him already.
All right. So those are familiar with Revelations kind of know what you're getting, but if you skipped it because you didn't have a 3DS or, I don't know, didn't have the time or whatever the case, it's coming to so many other platforms now. Getting a chance to actually check this out, recommend it, because as a Resident Evil fan, like if you're hoping for something a little bit more, you know, survival horror based and a little bit more claustrophobic and like really narrow pointed. People are looking at me. What? What's up? We're out for now. We have more later. A lot more tomorrow, Sunday for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sorry. So yes, it's a little bit slower paced game. Kind of the big things here are the notion that you probably shouldn't fight everything you see, and that you, much like the older games, it is one giant ship. So there'll be a lot of backtracking and a lot of revisiting places you've already been. Another new thing is this Genesis gun, which you'll see here, is used to scan around in the environment and find hidden things. In this case, probably some valuable, like I'm going to guess, an herb. And if you know RE, herbs are rather important. So you do have to like scrounge around for ammo, scrounge around for health, and when an enemy shows up, so here's a case. This is still pretty early in the game, so they're handing you an herb here, but if you knew to look using the Genesis gun, which is left bumper on the 360, you can look around. There's nothing else in here, so we'll keep moving. But yeah, it's not so much like move to checkpoint as it is like let's move around in a ship, kind of like the old games. Basically, like Seth said, a floating mansion, although not literally a floating mansion. And there's another thing where I found this, but I'm actually in this case full of handgun ammo. So, but just adding that, it's like Metroid Prime to a degree, because every time you walk in a room, you're like, wait, I gotta scan everything. I gotta make sure, yep, there's something down there. Alright, but I'm still full of handgun ammo since I haven't really shot anything. But if I can time this right, this enemy, another important thing is the evade mechanic, just like that. So RE3 style, if you hit up on the stick right before they come at you, you actually get to do an evade. All right, but you can also scan the enemies and get a little bit more points there. When I find a live enemy, I can go into something else about it, but this is still pretty early in the game, so you don't have a lot of different weapons or a lot of different equipment. This is still very much the start. But also, having played this 900,000 times, I kind of know where most of this stuff is, so kind of picking it up as I go. But yeah, if you like puzzles and opening doors that sometimes don't have anything in them, which, not being facetious, there actually is there's a Zen-like state to that. This is Revelations is more in line with that. I also believe there's something up here. Sure is. If you do already own it on 3DS, I would say the notion of getting it again is like the new raid mode content, adding Hunk and Rachel. It does look a lot prettier, I can definitely say that much. And also just depending on whether or not you had the Circle Pad Pro or, you know, we're playing it on a bus or a train, just to have it like a sit-down experience. But here's a new... What's up? Probably not today. Tomorrow or Sunday. It's okay. Sorry, just getting asked about the Mega Man 25th pins, which we have in the office, or we have at our booth actually. So here's the thing: sneaking up on these ooze enemy. Wow, crap! So if you scan them when they're still running, and when they're still up and about, you get a higher percentage. But if you scan them after they've already been beaten, you get a way less generous reward. Uh-oh. Get out of there. So as they slowly shamble over to me. So this would be Rachel, who is added into raid mode. Famously killed at the very beginning of the game, but as the game goes on, you learn a little bit more about her, and now you can play as her in raid mode. But before I head out, I should probably scan the room. So yeah, this is where, like I said, I just totally crack out like Metroid Prime style, and like, oh, so here's another thing. These handprints are kind of like a collectible thing. So that'll unlock some other stuff as when you exit the game. You'll see some rewards and stuff. The same as that's same as the 3DS one. Also, if you notice, since you're in a boat, you can see how this very slow rotation, like this weaving back and forth of the boat motion. It's just a nice one of those little subtle touches that helps, like, steal the atmosphere, make it feel like it's not just a map that could exist anywhere. This is very much a boat. But now I've triggered a bunch of enemies. But rather than try to fight them, you really should just be running. Check and see if anybody left their laundry. So yeah, same deal. Take this grenade, but I'm just gonna head out of here because ammo is not so scarce that you will feel like, damn it, am I just going to be totally screwed and have nothing but a knife? But you do have to be wary because there are oftentimes too many enemies for the amount of ammo that you have, and it's best to just take off. So see if I can try this dodge again. Nope. Timing's pretty precise. But again, if you use scan them when they're still alive, you get a higher percentage. And the ultimate goal of that is to, if you see it, geez. So I've now hit 100%. Damn it. So there goes that. But as you hit 100% at the top, see, it's back to 0. But as you hit 100, you get a free herb, which is another one of those incentives to really take stock of your environment. And actually look around and not just blow through everything super fast, but actually consider, is there anything in here or not?
Come on, we gotta help Chris.
It's a new BSA member, Parker. He's a So that's the demo.